Alright, so today Cyrus Jirongo was finally laid to rest in Lukamanda, Kakamega County, as you can see in these images. Now in this video I want to walk you through the events of the day, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1. Boni Khalwale exposed that Speaker Wetangula used to meet with Cyrus Jirongo regularly in his office almost every morning for 1 hour. And guess what? On the night that Jirongo died, who was the last person he spoke with or met with for that matter? It was none other than Speaker Moses Wetangula. Just listening to Boni Khalwale putting the issue across.
Mimi ningependa George, wewe umetuambia kwamba mlikuwa wewe na Mheshimiwa Wetangula. Hii ndio nafasi nataka ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Wetangula utuambie Waluya mlipokuwa na Jirongo mlisema nini, mlikuwa mnapanga nini. And Mheshimiwa Wetangula, let me tell you, kabla President Ruto aniwachishe kazi, ofisi yako iko on first floor kwa bunge, yangu iko first floor. Wewe unapoingia katika bunge before 6, the whole of last month, nimekuwa kwa ofisi yangu hapo chini. Wewe ukiingia, shortly after nilikuwa nikiona vile vile Jirongo anakuja kwa ofisi yako, mnakaa hapo half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour. Tell us what business you are discussing with Cyrus Jirongo. Masengeri mwenweru. There is something in crime called motive. Jirongo has either died because of politics or because of business. If it is business, muzungumze mambo ya dhahabu. Because Jirongo, the last meeting I had with him with breakfast, he told me, ambia George Natembea, mukatae, hii dhahabu imepatikana nyumbani, musiachilie, we want lawyers through me Jirongo to mine that gold ourselves.
Now, to be honest, I find this Wetangula fella to be very suspicious. Because right after Jirongo died, he has been moving around with a staff carved out of a humilwa tree. And for those who are lawyers know that that tree is associated with witchcraft. And not just any kind of witchcraft, it's primarily designed for self-protection. In fact, here is Wetangula photographed with it. So why does Wetangula suddenly need protection? Or is it because Boni Khalwale buried Jirongo with a torch, as you can see in this image? Either way, I don't endorse sorcery. All we want is answers from Wetangula. There's no need for someone to be buried with a torch. There's no need for another one to go carve out a walking stick from a tree which is believed to have some weird supernatural powers. Just tell us what happened. If this guy was murdered, who did it? What was the business deal that went south? And then let the law take its course. Number 2, John Haniri, a guy who's been very consistent, once again rejected claims by the Kenya Kwanza goons that Cyrus Jirongo was involved in an accident. He believes till date that it was a murder. He was leaving Gigiri, going to his home in Karen. There was no discussion about Nakuru or Naivasha. How he ended up dead there, it doesn't make sense. Just listening to Haniri reiterate his point.
Nikamuuliza, ndugu yangu, unajua tuko na mkutano kesho na wewe? Akaniambia ndio, hata ndio nataka kutoka niende nyumbani kwake Gigiri. Sasa vile tunaambiwa alipatikana Naivasha, na yeye hakuwa na mpango ya safari ya Naivasha. My brother had not planned to go to Naivasha. I can vouch on that one. And I want to tell you, my people, nataka munisikize. Namjua huyu ndugu yangu sana. Hali alivyoongea na mimi, you are lying to me if you tell me Jirongo drove himself to Naivasha. It is a lie. He never drove himself to Naivasha. Namjua sana. Kwa hivyo amekufa kwa hali ambayo ni tatanishi. Na wakati tunauliza maswali, we mean it. Wala wanasikia vibaya tukuuliza maswali, we will continue asking these questions until we get the answers.
Now, as you can imagine, Ruto's people were there, and Haniri's speech prompted Ruto's lead attack hound Oscar Sudi to spring into action and call Haniri a conman. Just listen to this.
Mekapa wengi ni watapeli. Wakora ni wengi. Lakini mimi nataka niseme tutasaidia familia ya Jirongo kwa sababu mimi najua Jirongo alikuwa nani. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki sana, asanteni sana.
Kweli nyani haoni kundule. Number 3, Edwin Sifuna roasted Mudavadi and Wetangula, and it's for quite an interesting reason. It's because of lack of ambition. he basically challenged them in a smart way, I'd add, that if you guys are not going to vie in 2027, this region is interested in fielding a candidate. So when we do vie, support us, and then we'll support you guys much as you are older, na mtakuwa wazee zaidi, but we'll support you in 2032 if that's where your ambition takes you. Just listening to this bit from Edwin Sifuna.
Na sisi tunataka kusema, Mheshimiwa Weta, Mheshimiwa Mudavadi, mimi nimewaheshimu siku hizi hata huwa siwasemi, lakini niko sine ukweli. Omwamu Wetangula nekhulo manga lero umboe. Ese ekhulo manga ta. Lakini ninaombi kwenu 2027. Hii jamii ya Mulembe hii jamii ya Mulembe tunataka kukua kwa debe ya urais. Na kwa sababu nyinyi mmesema mnangoja 2032, sisi ambao tuko na mayuba kidogo, tukiamua 2027 tunataka kuingia, tafadhali mtuunge mkono. Nataka mtuungeko sisi wenye tunataka 2027, 2032 ikifika ndakuunga wewe. Wacha nione wa 27 ndio hawa. Nyinyi mtatafuta wa 32. Jambo la mwisho.
That must truly sting. Imagine being over 70 and unambitious, so much so that young men run circles around you as you continue to serve a president who's 20 years younger than yourself. What a bummer. Total lack of ambition, guys. They need to do better. It's now or never. In fact, they should borrow the Raila Odinga script. Raila pushed to the very end. It never worked. It was just not meant to be. But that stone was turned. He does know what cards he was dealt with. It's better to live with bad cards than to live not knowing what kind of cards you had. Perhaps you had a good hand and you failed to play it. Number 4, Wamangoli exposed what we all already knew, that it was Cyrus Jirongo who introduced Ruto to Mzee Moi, and it's because of that introduction that Mzee Moi even allowed Ruto to attend full cabinet meetings, yet he was just an assistant minister at the time. Now, the interesting thing here is that despite Jirongo being the one to introduce Ruto to Mzee Moi, and then Mzee Moi took a liking into Ruto because of the good word from Jirongo, making him an assistant minister, him attending full cabinet meetings and all these other perks, Ruto failed to attend the Requiem Mass of Cyrus Jirongo. He has failed to attend the burial Ametuma Oscar Sudi, which is quite frankly disrespect. Why couldn't you go? You're in the country, so like you're in Senegal or wherever. But you know what they always say, the guilty are afraid. You can see Uhuru Kenyatta amekuja. You can see the others who were not involved in the murder are also there. But those who perhaps were involved, we have not seen them setting foot anywhere near this particular burial and funeral service. Now, it's worth noting that at the time of recording this, which is 3:35 p.m., Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta has not given his speech. Protocol demands that he speaks last, so I will be covering what he says tomorrow in the morning, but this is what we have as at now. Now, with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office petitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@suimas.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button, and if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for Mzitowafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing Mzitowafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.